Suppose we want to talk about independence of sets, events, random variables. How do we describe these? Let's review the basics. A sample point is a set with one thing in it, the simplest thing that could happen. The sample space is the set of all things that could happen. An event is any subset of the sample space. If you roll a die, a sample point would be roll a 2. An event might be roll a 2 or roll an even number. Probability gets assigned to events. So a probability function takes all the events in the sample space and gives them numbers from 0 to 1, the probabilities. Once a probability is assigned, then you can talk about math properties like independence. So that takes care of independence of sets and independence of events, because everything comes down to events. But what about random variables? Well, what is a random variable? A random variable technically is a function from the sample space to the real numbers. So it's like a probability function, except it can have any value at all. So the random variable assigns values to things, and the probability function assigns probabilities to events. And so a random variable has values that can have probabilities linked by the events. So that's how we get to talking about probabilities of values of a random variable. So if I have, for example, 4 people, each with a probability of being chosen, and each with a test score, we can talk about the probability of the event that the random variable has a particular value. That is the event whose probability we calculate.